Okay, students, so in the last video we have discussed about operation, right? So what are the operation we have discussed till now is union, intersection and difference, right? In union what happens? All elements we take, right? In simple word, and this one common element we take. In this, whatever is your element in your first set, from there we used to remove the element of second set. Okay, so whenever this symbol is there, remember from first set whatever elements you have, from there you have to remove those elements which are there in the second element. Remove. Okay, so I have already told this meaning is remove element, remove element of second set. Okay, so this three operation we have discussed in the last video, right? Now we will discuss about Venn diagram. Now by the word itself you can understand it is some form of diagram. Now what is Venn diagram? Venn diagram is a way of representing some sorts of sets. Okay, some sorts of sets we used to represent in the form of diagram. So when we represent sets in the form of diagram, then that is called Venn diagram. Okay, now see what does that mean. Now in Venn diagram, first thing, universal set is represented by rectangle. Okay, universal set is represented by rectangle. Universal set, remember, the biggest set, whatever set you are considering, under that whatever is the biggest set, that is your universal set. Okay, so universal set always we denote with rectangular symbol. Okay, it's diagram, rectangular diagram. Okay, next, sets. Now basic sets, usual sets, or you can write sets under universal set, under universal set, or simply set is represented by circles, or you can say closed curve. Okay, so basically we used circle only, that's why I have simply mentioned circle. Okay, or you can say closed curve also, you can denote it by oval also, like this. Okay, oval shape also. Anyway, so this is the basic form of diagram we used to take. Universal set we used to take rectangular diagram, and for simply set, if you have any kind of set, we used to represent that one with circles. Okay, so for example, universal set I have taken, suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and under this I have considered some sets, say 1 2 3, then B 3 4 5. Okay, then how I will represent this one in diagram? So first thing, universal set is always represented with rectangular shape, like this. So this I will mention as U. You can write here U. Now what are the elements here? 1 2 3 4. So here I will write down randomly, suppose 1 2 3, then in B what you have? Oh, achha, 3. Let me write down all the elements. 4 5 6. So in this universal set, what are the elements? 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? Now under this what you have? Set A and set B. Now see, set A is smaller than this one, so inside universal set only you must have this set. Okay, set A. So simple set we used to represent by circle, I said, right? So suppose circle, set A is this one, 1 2 3, and set B is with circle only we will represent 3 4 5 is the element. Now how I will represent this one here? So see carefully, what are the elements of A? 1 2 3. So this is your set A. Okay, this is your set A. Now in your set B, now why I'm, see here, set B, what is the element? 3 4 5. Let me draw first. 3 4 5, this is the element, right? So this will be your set B. Let me draw like this. This does not look like circle, right? That's why I said it is also denoted by closed curve. Okay, so anyway, this will be your set B. So you can see inside universal set, why I'm not taking B separately, why I'm not taking A separately. The reason is universal set is what? It's a set. In set I cannot repeat element, right? So if I have to draw, see carefully, if I have to draw A and B separately like this, then what is the element of A? 1, 2, 3. And what is the element of B? 3, 4, 5. So if I draw like this, you can see 3 will be repeated here, right? And we know that in set we cannot repeat element. That's why you cannot draw separately like this. Okay, so when you represent diagram, you have to draw like this. So another example I will take, obviously this may not be that much clear, right? So universal set up, suppose I have taken A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so universal set means obviously this will be the biggest set, right? So I will take some smaller set here. I will take suppose A, B, C, and B I will take suppose E, F, E only, suppose E, let me take D, E, all the elements. Okay, now if I draw this one, then see carefully, what is your set A? A, B, C. What is your set B? D, E, right? This is your set A, this is your set B. Now what is your new universal set? All this element will be there, right? So A, B, C, D, this is your universal set. So universal set is represented by rectangular shape. Now see what are the elements of universal set? A, B, C, D, E. So A, B, C, D, E already I have written, right? And you can see nothing is common here. So this will be the correct diagram for this universal set. So universal set, what are the elements? A, B, C, D. So I will check inside this A, B, C, D, E will be there or not. A, B, C, D, E is there. So this is your universal set. Now A, what are the elements of A? A, B, C. So you can see ABC is the element of set A. So set A I have drawn with circle. Then in set B there is no common element, right? So separately I have drawn D, E. Okay. Now see how I will draw this relational set. Like for example, operation I have done, right? Remember A union B. Let me take some example here again. How I will draw the Venn diagram. So see carefully. Suppose I have taken example A, I have taken 1, 2, 3. B, I have taken 3, 4. Okay. Now what will be the A intersection B element? A intersection B element will be which one? Which element will be there? Common element, right? Between A and B, what is the common element? This means common element. So here the common element is 3 only. So only one element is there. Now if I ask you, draw a diagram for this and universal set. Now universal set, let me give first. Here universal set for this one will be 1, 2, 3, let me take 4. Till 4 only I have taken, suppose. This is the universal set. Now I ask you, draw diagram of universal set and this one. Represent this one inside universal set. So universal set is represented by element 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now A intersection B, what is the element here? Only 3, right? This is universal set and under this only A intersection B will be there. Now if I have to draw this one, which portion it will be? Only this one, right? Now if I ask you, represent all this. Now see how I will represent all this. See carefully. This is your set, universal set, right? And here what will be the element? All 1, 2, 3, 4 will be there. Now I will draw first A. In set A, what are the elements? 1, 2, 3. Now see, when I will draw B, B also is having 3 elements, right? Now this 3 I cannot write here again. So what I will do, this 3, the same 3 I will take inside B. So what I will do, when I will draw B, I will take this part. Okay? Because this is your A set and B set. What is the element? 3 and 4. Can you see? I am not repeating the element anymore here. Okay. Now if I ask you what is A intersection B, A intersection B is this portion. This is your A intersection B, the common portion. You can see it lies under A also, it lies under B also. So that's why in diagram this is your common portion, that is A intersection B. This lies under A also, B also. Okay, so this is how we represent the diagram, Venn diagram here. Okay, next example, suppose universal set I have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then I have given you a set, suppose A, say 1, 2, 3. Then I have given set B, suppose 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I ask you find A union B. So if I have to find A union B, let me write 5 here. Or okay, let me take first 5 here also. Okay, 5 is also element of this. If I don't take right now, then you might get confused. So first we will try to take simple example, then only we will try to take without this element how to draw the diagram. Okay, anyway, so universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A is this, B is this. A union B, what will be the element? A union B means all element of A and B. All element of A and B means 1 will be there, 2 will be there, 3 will be there, 4 will be there, 5 will be there. 1, 2, 3 is there, 3, 4, 5 is there. Okay, so this will be A union B. Clear? Now see how I will represent this one in the Venn diagram. This is your universal set, right? Now I will draw set A first. This is your set A. What are the elements here? 1, 2, 3. B. Is there any common between them? Yes, 3 is common element, so this portion will go in B also. Only 3 is common. So this is your B, 3 is there, 4, 5. Now you can see 4, 5 how I am writing. I am not writing here because 4 does not belong to A. 5 does not belong to A. Okay, so separately I have taken. Okay, now this will be your A intersection B, right? But what did they have said? A union B you have to find out. So A union B, which portion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A union B means what? All element of A and B, means this whole portion will be your A union B. Okay, the shaded region will be your, I'm just explaining how to find out A union B, which one it is, A intersection B. This you don't need to write. Okay, just try to understand. The shaded region is your A union B. Okay, so A union B means what? All element of A as well as B. So you can see all element will be obviously here and here, right? In the diagram. Clear? So what we have understood is, in universal set, if you have diagram something like this, then this will be the common portion, means intersection portion. This lies under this diagram also, this diagram also. So that's why this is common portion. That is, if this is A, this is B, this is A intersection B. Okay, if it is not clear here also, then in exercise you will see this diagram only will help us solving most of the problem, and there you will understand this one better. Okay, I will show you these diagrams there also, how to apply this one in the problems. In practical problem we basically use Venn diagram only, because this Venn diagram makes us easy to understand most of the problem, and based of this properties are there. Okay, we will try to understand those properties as well. So I hope understood how to find out A intersection portion, and how to find union portion. Union means all element. Okay, so if I take one more example, suppose A I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4. B I have taken suppose 4, 5. C I have taken suppose 5, 6. Okay, then if I have to draw diagram, this will be universal set. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 till 4 will be there, right? Then see here in set B 4 is there, so some common portion will be there for B. This is your B, and in this common portion 4 element will be there. Okay, 5 will be here, 1, 2, 3 will be here. Now in C any common? Yes, B and C is common. So when you draw set C, this 5 will go in C also. Okay, so this will be the diagram. Now if I ask you which one is A union B union C, then this whole region will be your A union B union C. Okay, I hope you got some ideas how to draw Venn diagram. Just remember, your universal set is, the biggest set is always represented by rectangular shape and the sets are always represented by circle. Okay, so if universal set is given, basically always we used to draw universal set. Okay, under that only the sets which are considered, those we used to draw with circle. Okay, so we will try to understand this one in the question as well. Okay, this is just a glimpse, just an idea I have given to you, okay, of Venn diagram. Now next definition, let's move to very important definition, that is your complement of sets. This you note it down in your notebook. Okay, complement of sets. Now what is this? Now one thing remember, whenever this complement word is there, universal set must be there. Without universal set you cannot have complement. Universal set must be there. Okay, with pencil you can write down this portion. Whenever complement is there, remember universal set means biggest set must be. Now first thing, what is complement of sets? So in complement set, complement of sets means, I said right, universal set must be there. So see here, I will take, let U be the universal set and A be any set. Okay, so I have considered there is a universal set and under that one set I have considered, suppose A. Then what is complement of a set? So see here, complement of the set. Then the complement of set A is a set. So complement of set is nothing but a set. Now if it is a set, it will have element, right? So what kind of element? So see here carefully. Is a set in which it will have those elements of universal set. Okay, those elements of universal set which are not there in set A. Now obviously from here it may not be clear, right? So try to see example. Suppose I have taken universal set, I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And set A I have taken, suppose 1, 2, 3. So when I draw this one in Venn diagram, what it will be? Wait, let me write down the notation also. And it is denoted by, A prime, or you can say dash. Okay, so when you see this symbol dash, remember this is complement of A. Okay, complement of set A. Now what it is, see here from the diagram carefully. Suppose you have universal set in which the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have a set, suppose A. So when you draw Venn diagram, this is your universal set. Inside this, what will be the element? All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be there. Right, now set A is there inside. So we will draw that one with circle. So 1, 2, 3 is the element here. Now 4, 5 will be outside here. Okay, so in this universal set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the elements, and in set A, what are the elements you have? 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5 don't write inside because in set A you don't have 4, 5. Okay, now this is your universal set, right? And this is your simple set. Now what is complement? Complement of set is what? Is a set. What kind of set? In which it will have those elements of universal set. So I will write here, complement of A is a set only, right? So it is a set in which with what kind of element it will have? It will have those elements of universal set From here the element will be from the universal set only. Now which element? Those which are not there in A. So from here, which elements are there which are not in A? 4 and 5, right? 1, 2, 3 is there in A. So which elements are there in universal set which are not there in A? 4 and 5 only. So 4 and 5 will be the element of complement of A. Okay. So from Venn diagram, how to find out? It's very easy. A complement will be other than A. Whatever is there, that will be your A complement. So in diagram, we used to show like this. This is the shaded portion. This we used to shade it. Okay. So this will be your A complement. What are the elements in A complement? 4 and 5. Okay. Another example. U, A, B, C. A, suppose A. Okay. So this is your set where A is the element and B, C will be here, right? So A complement will be which portion? This shaded portion. Okay. So basically if you draw simply diagram like this is your A, then this will be your A dash, A complement. Okay. So from the diagram it is much more convenient to understand this definition. Okay, and right now you may not be able to figure out how this diagram will be much more easy than this you will know when we will do when we will discuss practical problem. Okay, and some question we will take from the miscellaneous also. Okay, so these are the topics which I wanted to discuss. After this only we will start exercise. So you see all this definition which I have given. Operations you see well, union, intersection, and your difference of sets, then complement of sets you see carefully, and then Venn diagram we will try to understand directly from the exercise also. Okay, even though I have explained little bit, you might have got some ideas about it, right? So we will try to understand this one much better from the question. Okay, so in the next video we will do exercise 1.4 and 5.